Hi YouTube, I'm back with another video. I just want to get on here real quick, y'all, and talk about, boy, life just be lifing, right? Ooh, I mean, between the economy, the loss of people's jobs, this current administration, the president. I mean, it's a lot. People getting laid off, it's a lot. But I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to be doom and gloom. I've done some videos, plenty of videos on that. But what I want to talk to you all today about is, y'all, we got to get our hustle on. The economy is tanking. The stock market's crashed because of all this tariff stuff. And we just got to get we got to get our jobs on. We got to get our grind on with these side hustles. And what inspired me today with this video, and you're going to see my dog running around here. But what inspired me today to do this video is that we have somebody came out today and cut our lawn for us, and he's a young man, an aspiring young entrepreneur, and he is of Hispanic descent. And I don't know in your area, but in our area, we have a lot of people that are into the landscaping of all races. People that are, especially this time of the year, is very lucrative. Because I guess for some reason we don't like cutting our own grass anymore. Hey, when I came up, I'm a girl and I had to get out and cut grass. So anyway, but he inspired me to do a video because he has a whole family of, like I want to say many entrepreneurs. His dad, we use his dad as a handyman to fix the flooring at our old house. And that video should be uploaded before this one. So please go out and check out that video. There's some fun stuff in that one. But his dad is a handyman. He does handyman on the side, and he also works out in this in my new area where I live in the new construction. His dad puts up drywall. So his dad is like a jack of all trades. His dad is he has some skills. And then today when I went to pay the young man, he also told me that his mom is also into business for herself, and his mom, she cleans houses. So I'm like, wow, a whole family full of many entrepreneurs. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And that inspired me to want to get on here and just share some of my thoughts on that. Y'all, we've got to get it together, because when one door how do they say, when one door closes, another one opens. And we've got to take advantage of the, he's scooting, we have to take him to the doctor. That's, yeah, when one opportunity closes, another one will open. And we have to take advantage of what's going on today. Yo, if y'all got any type of skills, if you know how to do hair, if you know how to do makeup, I'm sorry for the noise. I think my neighbor's getting their lawn done today, so you can kind of hear lawnmowers and stuff. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But if you know how to do hair, if you know how to do nails, you know how to do makeup, if you know how to do anything, you know how to cut hair, if you're a barber, anything, y'all, if you know how to clean houses, if you know how to cook, you know how to bake, turn that into a business. Turn that into a business, because that's the only way we're going to come out on the other side of this. Somebody somewhere is going to need a service that you can provide, and that's something that you know how to do and something that you can offer. And it just made me, think, about that. And I'm like, wow. I had to think about some things that I like to do, and maybe something that I can offer as a service. Cleaning houses. I'm not above that, y'all. I'm not above cleaning houses. I like cleaning sometimes. But if we can turn that into a business and we can make some money out of it, I mean, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Now, I wouldn't say leave your 9 to 5 to do that, but if you can supplement your income in some kind of way, to offset, my dog has a ball back here, to offset, all these exorbitant amount of fees and high costs that we're experiencing, we're going to have to do something to offset that. We're going to have to do something to overcome that. So, even if you did lose your job, and I hope, God forbid, you don't, but in the case that we do lose our jobs and things like that, we're going to have to know how to turn that around and find something and to do something that we know how to do to make money. If you know how to wash cars, I mean, you can turn anything into a business, y'all. If you like to wash cars, you like to clean cars, you like to detail cars, anything, power washing. I see so many businesses where people, they're out power washing people's houses and driveways and things like that. You can turn anything into a side hustle. And again, that's going to make up for these extra fees and, these things that we have to pay and come out of pocket nowadays. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. I just thought that was, for that young man, and I don't know how old he was. I mean, he looked like he was barely out of high school, but for him to start his own business, his own lawn business, he's very, very young. And then for his whole family to have something that they can offer, as far as a business and a service that, we all can utilize, that was like, to me, that was just mind blowing. So, instead of us sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves and saying, woe is me and, the economy and, the current administration, they're not going anywhere. I mean, those are things that we can't control. The administration, they're not going anywhere. That president's not going anywhere. So we're going to have to learn how to utilize and move around and do things to overcome that. And in addition to, my other videos, if you please go ahead and watch those, and I'll try to link them to this one about saving money. We can save our money, and we can do a side hustle, get a skill or a trade or some type of service that we can offer somebody and make money. Y'all, that's half the battle. That's more than half the battle. And I think we'll be all right if we can, utilize that and offer that for some type of service to people. Because like I said, there's not much we can do about what's going on. We can't control the millionaires and the billionaires and what they do and how they, see how they want to run this country. There's nothing we can do about that. And we can't do anything about the stock market crashing. We just can't. It's out of our control. So it just made me think, because I'm gonna really start thinking seriously about coming up with some type of service. I might even start doing my own house cleaning business. I'm really starting to seriously think about that. And doing that in conjunction with my federal job, which is, we don't know if it's going to be there tomorrow. Another video on that. But yeah, they started the RIF process in that. So they're going to leave it up to each agency to utilize the RIF and how they want to reduce the force. And I know you all have seen the news, so I mean, that's iffy. And they also offered, and I know you all have seen the news about they offered a new deferred resignation program. So hopefully they'll have enough people to bite off on that. I know a lot of people are ready to go. A lot of people are just tired of this whole nonsense. So hopefully they'll get enough people on that, and they won't have to RIF, and get rid of so many folks. But yeah, y'all, that's all I had for you today. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.